Yeah, so what are you telling me? The checkup, Chuckie online, CALUM on the cam, Loski, while go on broski, man get vexed to them girl. The baby mother post we.
Yeah.
Popcorn definitely did his thing on that, but I can't even lie to you.
No, that's a big tune still.
How are you, bro? What's going on?
I'm good, man. Just mad tired, bro. I'm working.
I could tell as soon as you walked in, I'm like, this brother just woke up. He looks like he just woke up, boy.
Yeah.
A lot on the shoulders. The album's out now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, like you're definitely in album mode right now, innit?
Yeah.
And feeling different, innit?
Mm-hmm.
How are you been?
Just mad work, bro. Like I ain't worked like this before.
Serious?
Yeah, like obviously like I put mad work in, but this one is like big run behind it, do you know what I mean? It's like just building up
Yeah.
for goal time. So yeah, literally.
I see you growing out your hair in these things.
Yeah.
I said to
it's a
myself,
mess.
you know what, yeah, when I was watching, because I've been watching you for a minute still, I said, I know you're still mad young, yeah, but Loski's, you're going to be a Rasta, man.
Oh, kill me.
I said you're going to be a Rasta, man,
Don't
bro.
kill me.
You're going to grow your hair out and you're going to locks it. I can see it, bro.
No, imagine that's mad. I'm gonna lock it soon when it's long enough though.
Serious, yeah?
Yeah, when it's long enough, Hundo.
I think it'll look alright on you still.
Yeah, it must look cold.
How you been spending your time now, though? Like, obviously, things are just very different in life anyway, just in general, yeah? But also, I know you got a lot of things going on in that as well, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how literally have you been spending your time?
Just working, bro. Like, literally work. Like, I don't stop, do you know what I mean? Like, my work rate is very, very, very good.
It's up there.
So, like, I don't know, man. Apart from shows, there's nothing that, like, that's the only thing missing from, like, with lockdown right now. Corona, all of that stuff. Like, apart from shows, I'm doing everything else, really, like, do you know what I mean? Still working, studio, like, meetings with my people, to get, like, just my career going again.
I hear you still.
I'm a year behind everyone, do you know what I mean? So,
Well, you said you feel like you're behind everyone?
of course, I was away for a whole year, do you know what I mean? I went in jail for a year, so of course I'm a year behind. What I was meant to be doing last year is what I'm doing now. Do you know? So yeah, it's like I feel like I need to catch up, definitely. Not to like feel like, oh, I need to be on that man's level or that man's level. Just catch up within myself, like to where I should be, because I should be in a way better position I'm in now. Even if people think I'm doing good, yeah, sick. I would already been doing this last year, so God knows what it would have been like this year. So I need to catch up to that.
Does that feel like pressure?
No, not pressure, because I know what needs to be done. It's not like, oh shit, what do I need to do? I know exactly what needs to be done, so I'm just doing it. Like.
Yeah, facts. Do you know what? It's interesting that you mentioned that, yeah, because I understand why you would say that. And like someone who's been watching you for a minute, yeah, there was a big period where there was like that gap where Loski wasn't around. But I feel like in this period of the last couple of months in particular, because you've had like a lot of fire around you and a lot of heat around you, it almost feels as though you hadn't left. Do you get me?
No, that's just me personally anyway. Like, me and my team, that's just how we feel about it. Like,
Yeah.
Cause I know like my potential and where I could be, it's just like, yeah, just keep working towards it, do you know what I mean?
It's funny even just seeing like how, like all the different things that you've had going on in your life, like even musically and that, yeah? And like cutting through at a high level at such a young age, still being at such a young age and feeling behind is an interesting concept, because I know what it's like when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Like I've definitely had that feeling of thinking, rah, like, you know what, I spent too much time doing this or too much time doing that, and I should have been focused more on this. And if I had spent more time with my focus over here, then I would be a lot further than I am. But then at the same time, it's like, you know what, I guess like everything's supposed to be how it's supposed to be. Do you get me?
No, definitely, because like going jail is never good, but then it just made me realize certain things and like makes you more hungry or appreciate what I had more. Not that I didn't appreciate it, but I don't know, it just made me like, when I come out this time, I just thought like, I have to put myself first than how I was before, do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I think about other people before I think about me. And that's a good trait to have, but like, sometimes you need to know that like, I don't know, what you got is what you got, do you know what I mean? So you can't like, just be risking anything to lose that.
And it's balance, bro. Do you get what I'm saying as well? It's like, it's a good personality trait to be able to obviously be there for the people and support people around you or whatnot. But then at the same time, if you don't support yourself, then you can't. You get me?
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Would you say that there was like, because you've been to jail a few times, yeah? The most recent time coming out, was that a time for you that was like, there was more realization of your purpose, more?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Because I didn't think I was coming out for like a long time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it definitely makes you appreciate it, but you're just more clued up. Do you know? Not that I wasn't before, because like I always like kind of know what's. Everyone has not even a rough idea. Everyone knows what's going on around them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just how to like move and deal with stuff. Really, is like much more clued up with like what I need to do than like, it's mad to explain. I just know what I need to do. Do you know what I mean? Like it's mad, but I definitely know what I need to do to be in a certain position.
And that's good. Trust me, that's a good thing, bro. I don't know if anyone's ever told you this, yeah, but sometimes when I look at you, yeah, I say like, Loski, he like has an old soul about him, yeah. But then I'm like, because I was chatting to my cousin just like yesterday, and I told him I was doing this or whatever, and he was like, yeah, like he proper rates you and that. And I was saying to him like, do you feel like there's like an old soul in him, or is it the fact that like there's like he's bearing the responsibilities of a lot of things that are on your shoulders that make it seem as though.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It's some people think I'm older than I am, so I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe like I think that's just like down to like how I grew up. Do you know what I mean? Like I was never really with like my age group, and always with older people. So I don't know. Maybe you just learn to carry yourself a different way when you're raised different.
Do you feel older?
I don't know. I don't know how you're meant to feel at 21. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I hear you.
But like, when I compare myself to like other 21-year-olds and that, yeah, therefore. But partly like a bit of it that's to do with the career, like the job I'm in. It's like everything moves so fast.
Yeah, for real.
Fast. So.
And getting money, like obviously he was getting money young still.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So
definitely.
then naturally, then getting money, I think that probably goes back to like looking out for people and like kind of taking responsibility with like maybe home or family or just brethren and all of that, and just making sure that everyone's sort of patterned, innit?
Defo. That's one thing. When you get money in the hood, it's mad. That's
Serious?
Everyone's money. That's for everyone. Like.
Did you know that from before, or did you?
Nah. People see it as like, I don't know. It's like people see it as music money is free money. They like think you don't work. Like that's how man expect it. Like, oh, you just get loads of money for nothing. Like, that's how people think. Now I think people are starting to realize more that like, shit, you're putting in bare work. But at first, nah. But I don't blame everyone for that, because it come quite easy to me. Like, it happened fast. Like, I come out of Feltham in like 6 months, 7 months, I'm just signed. So to everyone, it's like, how did that happen? Even to me, it was like, how did that happen? Like, I'm a normal youth from a block, like everyone else. So some people are probably thinking like, oh, why are you not me?
Yeah.
And then that almost gives you like a pressure to like, not pressure, but you feel like we owe people something because they grew up with you. Do you know what I mean? They come on the same journey with you, and then you're just going for, do you know what I mean? It's like they're still living the same and everything's just going well for you, so you kind of want to help everyone, and I don't know.
I think they call that's like an oxymoron feeling, where it's like on one side, like you're super happy and shit because your life is kind of going in some different type of direction that you didn't expect it to go in. But then at the same time, ultimately, you're still from this place and you're one of just a bunch of people that have actually just cut through.
Defo. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to balance, but when it first happens, it's always going to be hard because it's something that you're not used to. Do you know what I mean? But once you're used to it, it's like.
Did you get treated mad differently in the hood, like when things really started happening?
Differently how though?
How do you tell me?
Like, yeah, like you'll get people that like you didn't really talk to and everything, like just begging it. And do you know what I mean? But like,
you start
or
noticing
like old
certain
friends
gal in the hood and that you didn't even wasn't really on that, and then all of a sudden now they start trying to dash the. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But do you know what? Well, like, why it's mad, yeah? Like, I say that, but I was young, so it's like I can say, oh, there wasn't gal in that, but when you're like 14, 15, you can't get a gal like that anyway.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't know what I was expecting at 14, 15, 16.
I can't lie, to be honest with you, I thought that honestly, when I was watching your thing, I was thinking, nah, he's getting this in from early. And I was envious of that. Because I'm like, rah, when I was 14, 15 and that, yeah, bro, that was absolute, I tell you something, a hug felt like sex.
Don't kill me. Like, there's always like, oh, the M's gal and that like, do you know what I mean? But by the time I was like 17, 8, and I done loads of jail as well from kind of young, so it's like I was in jail 15 and 16, and then I come out, and then went jail again at 17, and then come out till 18, so it's like, at 18, a couple months later, I get signed and that, so, of course, like, bare gal and that are looking now, because, you know what I mean, I got a big bag at young, so, but it's like, I don't know, it was hard to like see if it's fake or not, because like, I'm only still young, do you know what I mean? It's not like I was a big man with no money and it's like, oh, no gal around, and then like, you get dough and then bare gal come in. I was still young, and so it's like, I didn't even see it like that. I just see it as like, I'm young and I'm getting it now, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one still, like, this is, I don't know if you know, I don't know if you would know how to answer this question really, yeah, because it's just basically a part of the process that you've gone through, yeah. But like, naturally, there were things that you saw when you were young or whatever, certain things that were happening or whatnot, yeah. See, when you went to jail the first time, would you say, yeah, did some of that take away elements of your like innocence and naivety in a sense, like?
No, not really. Like, when I first went to jail, I was shook though. I was shook, cause you know, like, I didn't go to jail before, so I was thinking, oh, this is mad, like, jail. I don't know what it's gonna be like, you know what I mean? I was 15, but like, when I got there, I don't know, everyone was still like, I don't know, just immature and everything, do you know what I mean? So I didn't even, like, you know, I don't know, man, like, so much things just happened when I was young. It's just like, bare shit's just getting thrown at me, and it's just like I'm taking it and just learning from it, like literally coming out, and then just more things are happening. But it's like, I wasn't the first person to go jail or that, like, within my area, or so you would hear things, do you know what I mean? It's not like I was the first person and this happened and I don't know who to phone, or I don't even know how to go about it. Like, you would hear stuff around the hood, like, that's what happens in jail, or know how to maneuver a certain way. So you just adapt to everything that's going on around you, really, like, yeah.
You got like, because we could sit here for time and go, because this is the first time I'm ever having a conversation with you, so I haven't been able to talk to you about like your past projects or whatever, yeah. But I feel like I'm gonna get to bits of that, even just in talking about your new thing. Like, honestly, bro, I swear to you, like, this project that you've got out right now, yeah, is genuinely like very impressive, and I'm gonna explain a few reasons why I find it quite impressive. But one actually being the fact that, like, with everything that you've got going on, this doesn't seem rushed. You know, like
Yeah.
sometimes now, if it looks like a person might be going back to jail or there's got a situation going on or whatever it may be,
Yeah.
oh, you know what, let me just record 900 songs and then so I've got like 10 mixtapes and albums and all of these type of things to put together or whatnot.
Yeah.
This actually didn't seem rushed at all. I'm right in saying that, right?
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about the process in like even now making it, because you've got interludes and all of these different things in there. Clearly you've gone into this with a bit more of a structured plan and a mindset.
Yeah. I like you said, I didn't want to just make a bunch of like hard songs and put them on a project and put them out. Like that's more what I've done before. Like my 2 mixtapes before this, I've just like kind of just gone studio, pick my best songs and just put them on there. This one was more like it's a story. Do you know what I mean? Like a story for like my generation almost, to make people understand it. So like the first part is like the drill for my hardcore fan base. The second part is like radio club songs, and then the third part is like more deeper for like an older fan base, to make them understand me more, like to just reach out to everyone. Do you know what I mean? All angles, to make people understand like, yeah, drill story of what's going on now. Because like everyone can have their input or whatever, but unless you're like really lived it or grew up like that, you're not really gonna know. Because like, you can get big man that's all like 30 plus and they'll tell you about their time and whatever, but it's like my age is not relating to that.
I hear that.
They're not, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know, I just want to be like the voice for my age group, my generation, really. Make people understand us. And like, also I didn't like, it's my first album, do you know what I mean? So I want it to stay around, like how, like my team, we was talking about like how Dizzy Rascal's Boy in the Corner is like a classic for that generation.
Fact.
So yeah, we was just working towards the same thing as me. So like anytime people mention like this generation of like projects, like yeah, Drill Story just has to be up there.
Do you know what, yeah, it's because I was going to mention this a little bit later as well, right? It's funny that you mentioned just the fact that like your generation not really like, there's like a age difference and mindset in the way that people look at things naturally, yeah, through generations, right? So now you would naturally get like some of the elders and people that are like even past that generation, like and don't come, they've never experienced that type of lifestyle or culture. They don't really understand it, but they'll have hella opinions on what it is that you're doing, yeah. And I think, you know what people forget, yeah? People forget when they was young. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I got a little brother, yeah. There's been he's 14 years old. Sometimes I look at some of the things that he's doing, yeah, and I'm laughing because I just think like, why? But then I quickly understand that, like, you know what? That's your thing.
Yeah.
And that's how you grew. And that's like, you're obviously into you have your own things that you're into. It's who am I to now come in and tell you what you should be doing and what you should be talking about?
Yeah.
So that must be like, you must have had hella of that, like people telling you what you're supposed to say or what you're supposed to do, or how you're supposed to dress, or, you know, telling you about your environment that you grew up when they don't know it.
No, definitely. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't really like. I don't know. I like to stay clued up and know what's going on around me. Like, so people's like opinions and like inputs, I'll take it if it works for me. Do you know what I mean? If it don't work, I just don't take the information in like that. Like, that's how I really try and go about it. Yeah.
Trial music trauma.
Music trial trauma.
Music trial trauma.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Tell me, like.
Music's like, the music is my life right now. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, music's one part. It's the actual music.
That speaks for itself.
Yeah. Trial, people are gonna think it's because of my trials and court trials. It's like trial could mean anything. Like, everyone's on trial. Your whole life is a trial. You know? That's how I try and put it. Like, You're on trial for everything you do.
For real.
You meet a new girl, it's a trial for you and her.
100%. What are you talking about?
You play
Flipping
football.
honeymoon period and that.
Yeah. You play football, you're on trial.
Yeah.
Box on trial. Like anything, actor, anything. Like you're just on trial. And then trauma is like the last couple of years has just been like mad roller coaster. Like, you know what I mean? Like serious losses. So even like going to jail is like it's mad trauma. Do you know what I mean? People don't see it, but like if you go there, it's techie. So it's trauma. Everything like I don't know, man. Just the last couple of years has been like crazy. Yeah. So like altogether, it's music, trial, and trauma.
The interlude for me. Right, when I press play on it, yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna start kind of just like some of your other projects and whatnot.
Yeah.
So when I'm listening to this, yeah, I'm like, oh shit, this is a little bit more powerful than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you started off by saying 03 summer, started as a runner. I said, oh shit, Loski's gonna, like, he's about to say a... Do you understand what I'm saying? There's something that he wants to say and talk about or whatnot. And let me say this as well, yeah? See, like, from a selfish point of view, see, like that there, like how you started that, it cut really short and obviously it goes into a next part, yeah? There's like another interlude where you say a little bit more. At first when it stopped, I said, nah, I need to hear more of that. But also, just in general, like, see that for me, I would love to hear a little bit of that as well because I'm like, in those moments, I could see, you're actually really, really about to get some stuff off your chest. Yeah. There was the next part in it as well where the lady says, is his crime not cutting ties with the friends that he grew up with? Talk a little bit on that because I feel like that's something that I've always heard from a long time, you know, like people trying to encourage you to, you know, separate from being amongst the people that you grew up with and whatnot.
Yeah, it's hard, like, I don't know. Some people just ain't good for you, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're not good for me, like, I just won't be around you, do you know what I mean? I'll cut you off. But some people, like, I don't know, like, see the way, I don't know, I can't even say the world, but like, the way whoever's saying like I shouldn't chill around these people or whatever, they don't know them how I know them, do you know what I mean? So wherever like people are out there causing the crime, what's going out there, shutting whatever, banging out, whatever it is, people are not like that 24 hours of the day, do you know what I mean? So when people from my estate are with me, they're normal people, do you know what I mean? We're all normal people. What people are getting up to when I'm not around, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? That's not to do with man. So I can't cut ties with people that are actual, genuine, good people that have mad love for me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's because when I'm going to work, they're not with me, so they're not seeing when I'm putting in the work and going to studio, because that's my job. So whenever they're doing what they're doing, I can't control that. They're on their own mission. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard to just not. Because if you look, it's mad. Like any crime I've even been nicked with, I don't even not like it's mad. But any crime we're nicked with, I ain't even been with no one. So it's mad to say that these people are evil or whatever or causing whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not with me doing that. So you can't say, oh, I shouldn't be with them or this and that. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm still living how I'm living.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? I'm still working how I'm working. It's just that I'm just trying to take them out the environment that they're in and bring them with me and make them see a bit of life. Do you know what I mean? So, because if it was the other way around and they was coming through the door and I was stuck, I'm sure they will be trying to do the same for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and sometimes you don't know. Don't get it twisted. Some men are like dickheads, like.
Yeah.
Some men are dickheads. You know what I mean? And we're like.
Yeah, you always have to remember as well, like, at times, you know, like, you just can't save everyone. Because not everyone wants to be saved.
Of course.
You get me?
Of course. Like, and there's some men that I can't bring off the ends and bring them certain places because I know that's going to mash up my thing. So I know who's to bring and who not, because not everyone's the same. Everyone has a different personality and can carry themselves differently. Like, you know, there's some man that you just can't bring to your grandma's house because you know they can't act right. Like, you know, it's like that, bro. Like, so.
Yeah, I think when you know, the thing is as well, when you know, like, the certain places where you can bring certain, because there's, you know what, like, maybe not every place is for everyone. But you can bring some people certain places, and you can bring some other people and tell them, nah, right, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't the place or whatnot. But I don't know, like sometimes by that judgment of like, right, you got to completely cut ties with people and stuff that you grew up with. I just don't feel like that solves the bigger issue.
Yeah, like, yeah, no, man, it's not nice. Cause like, the music thing, it can get like almost lonely if you're just moving one up. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you gotta work, but sometimes you miss people that you grew with. Do you know what I mean? Cause like when I started this, like I remember when I was like 15, 16 or whatever, I remember me and my brothers used to say like, oh, if we ever blow, like any of us, we're gonna all get a mansion together and live together. So it's like, obviously now that's dead. I can't live with a man, they'll piss me off. Do you know what I mean? Like 24, no, that's dead. But like, it's still like, when we was younger, it's like, that was like our innocence then. So you see, like when you say, oh, did I feel like I'm losing my innocence? It was like little stuff like that, that's what the music meant to us. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard to just wanna throw that away and just get rid of everyone and not even, like, yeah, man. You know what I mean? Because you still want to keep that contact and know what's going on, like, you're right.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Or even just help, man. Like, when someone comes from nothing and you help them, that will make you feel better than anything.
1,000,000%. But also what that does for them sometimes is priceless, you know? Because some people don't know any different. Like, you obviously came from the environment you came from. Yeah, you might have seen some people doing some music or whatnot, but if you're just focused in what is on your estate and where you're from, yeah, you're not necessarily seeing what it's like to actually be in different places and impact people's lives musically or whatever. So when you take somebody with you, yeah, when you go through and you take somebody with you and then they see it, then they're like, yo, I remember, what was it? Cadet, like before he passed, I remember he talked a lot about being out with Crep, his cousin, and just standing by the stage and just being like, rah, like this is mad, this is actually just mad. When you just come from a certain place and you don't see it, then you just don't even think it's achievable. Do you get me? So sometimes taking people with you can be a massive positive for them and what they end up going on to do themselves. You know what I mean? Do you feel like people are still finding it difficult to accept that drill is music of the youth, though?
100%, but I don't know. People like that are just, they're stuck, man. They're stuck. But I feel like once whoever has that input hears my album, we'll have a change.
Yeah.
But I know what it is, like, people that hear, like, any older people that hear my album and think it's dope, they're not gonna agree that it's drill. They're gonna be like, yeah, but it's not really drill, is it? Like, they're gonna come with this. Because they're gonna hear songs like Flavor, Cute with H and be like, see, it's not all drill, like, do you know what I mean? So they're just gonna come with this. I know, like, they're gonna come with a proper underground drill. No, that's bad, like, what he's doing, he's not really talking about, like, so. But you can't say that because I've just evolved as an artist, really.
Yeah, for real.
So
I remember actually hearing you talking about, like, you were saying that you don't really want to talk too in depth about like things that are happening on the streets and whatever, because obviously that can implicate you like going forward, innit? Yeah. Maybe if anything happens, they start using your words and shit against you or whatnot.
Yeah.
But like, I actually genuinely respect the way that you've still been able to keep it authentic without being able to say too much. And I'm sure like you could speak on that a bit.
No, defo. I just had to realize that like music, Loski, is a character, do you know what I mean? So you just put the character in any position and just work it. Like, I don't know, man, there's a way for everything, do you know what I mean? So even if you water down the words but you make the tone of your voice more aggressive, it can balance it out, do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, there's just so many ways to like kind of like you don't have to talk the most.
You don't have to exactly say, like, this guy,
like,
and say exactly like the thing that is
that.
exactly happening. Do you know what I mean? But you can still tell stories. You can still, like, obviously just be yourself, innit? And just make the music that you want to make without actually, like, going, like, too far. I guess that might have been some people's problem at times too, was that, like, it's so personal. Some of the things that people are saying are so personal. But for me, bro, honestly, like, I just feel like if that's part of your life and that's part of what you've grown up with, then who is anyone to tell you that you can't tell your stories, though?
Yeah, no, that's why it's mad. That's why it's so mad. People don't see it as that at all. People might just see it as, oh, he's inciting violence, or, you know what I mean, he's an aggressive person. But it's just how I grew. I can't help it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I grew somewhere else, maybe I'll be rapping about that stuff, but that's not what was around me, so I can't. And, like, people do like the story, do you know what I mean? Like, it was something what, like, the UK didn't have. That's why it's a new genre, because, like, there wasn't none of that before, like 15, 16, 17-year-olds rapping on YouTube like that, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe, like, how old was, like, when Wiley and that all started, how old was they doing that?
Wiley must have been what, like, in his,
like,
when Wiley first started like early teens, but then, like, when Wiley was Wiley, he was in his 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like,
I see, like, I watch better stuff with, like, Crazy T and that, but
yeah.
everyone looked like big youths, you know what I mean?
You know what? You'd be surprised, you know?
How old are they?
Like, Crazy Titch, I think when he went to jail, he must have been, like, he had to have been in his early 20s still. Like, everyone was mad young. Everyone was mad young. But you know what I think that is, bro? I'll tell you why I think that is, yeah? It goes back to what I was saying to you, the question that I asked you when I was like, rah, like, you seem like you're a bit of an old soul. Is it because of this, or is it because of the weight of the responsibilities that you have at such a young age? These lot had exactly the same thing. And at the time, people didn't understand what these lot was on. Like, people were like, listen, like, the older lot, yeah, even I'd say the older lot that came from the same place that these lot come from, these were older man looking down on these guys saying, like, what are these lot talking about? These lot just chatting shit. But they weren't. They had stories to tell. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's why, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's just whoever is the new, like, the youngest genre of what's going on. I feel like everyone just points the finger at them for the badness, what's going on. Because they were saying that, like, all them grime events, or, you know what I mean? Them, what are they called again? You know them?
Eskimo dance and that.
Yeah, like, all of them mad dances and them illegal parties. Man's blaming them, like, do you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I just feel like they blame the youngest genre, what's going on.
But do you know what? Them lot had to go through all of that. And I'll tell you why they had to go through that, yeah? Because now, people like you, even though people have a lot to say about the music and that you make, yeah, look at the stages you've touched, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
The stages that you've touched, yeah, and the things that you've done in and this landscape of where music is right now, bro, is in a phenomenal place. It's in a bad place. There's elements of bad things in it too, but it's in a phenomenal place.
Therefore.
Just before I move off the intro though, there was another thing in there that was mentioned where she said, disenfranchised youths need to be listened to and understood. I think that was in that part, yeah? Like, what is one of the things that you feel that people need to understand, like, really deep and understand?
Like, people are literally doing this for a way out, do you know what I mean? Like, people don't want to be in the environment they're in. Even though it happens, like, people want out, do you know what I mean? So, and they're seeing it happen from music. Like, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, yeah, say like 6 years ago, yeah, even like 2015, there was no, like, people didn't think you can make it, like, especially from the estates, the hoods. No one thought you can make it out from music. It was just like, if you're not a footballer, then you're
Can do that
trapping.
still.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was literally like, football was the only thing. Like, you would get so much man saying, oh, I could have done this football thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
but
like,
my knee.
yeah, like, now you might get, like, more excuses of, I could have done this rap thing, you know. Because it's like, that's another door, do you know what I mean? Like, before it was like, football's the only door to get that big bag anyway. But now it's like, entertainment is sick. And I don't know, man. I just feel like it's a good time to be black and in the entertainment because it's like, there's bare doors. Do you know what I mean? Like,
What? Enough.
yeah, there's bare doors.
Do you know why as well, bro? I'll tell you something. See, and I say this all of the time, yeah? See those environments and that now, yeah? All of that has monetary value. All of it has monetary value. People, regardless of what they say, they want to know, like, what's going on.
No,
Do you get what
therefore-
I'm saying? And if you come from a certain place, yeah, but you got all of these youths, like, especially white youths and shit, in the country and all across the whole country, all engaged to what you're doing, everyone wants to know,
Therefore.
why is that? Like, who is this person? Do you get what I'm saying?
Therefore.
So, yeah, I guess that's the silver lining, innit? Where you get put in the slums, but then you make, what is it? Pressure makes diamonds, they say, innit?
Yeah.
But going to the album though, Teddy Buckshot 2, yeah? Do you know what I like that you do? Yeah? I like how you make like certain song titles and tunes that you've had from before into more of another moment again. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Hazard, you like DJ Khaled as well. Do you get what I'm saying? I like I like that you do that. Like what makes you choose a specific one to do that again?
I don't know, just like viral moments in my career, really. Just like big, like, I don't know, some songs were just like big statements. So I feel like, I don't know, when even if you just mention like one word or one piece of something that's in something old, it gives them that, like, the old Loski feeling that they all love, do you know what I mean? So you just don't want them to forget that or feel like you've forgotten yourself.
For real?
Do you know what I mean? So you always try and fling a little something in there, what they be like, oh, you remember that song? Do you know what I mean? Because, I don't know, it just spreads chatter, really.
For
like, that's what this thing is. Like, you just want everyone to talk about it, and yeah.
I feel like, obviously I'm predicting this one, but I feel like Money and Beef, there's going to be a Money and Beef 2.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've been struggling, though, to do that one. Because it's such a good song, like, it's gonna be mad to make it, and it's don't bang like the first one. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, but isn't that, don't you have that the same all the time though?
I know, but Money and Beef is like one of
that's the thing, innit?
Yeah, that's like that's probably my favourite song I've made.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah.
Because that was like the song that like really started to really gain the traction a bit though.
Yeah, defo. That song there was like, it was a boomer, man. That was a good time.
Yeah,
still.
I can see it still.
Yeah,
I can
man.
see it still.
But like, yeah, I've always said that I want to make a number 2 for it, but I just didn't know when. Like, when the time comes, it will come. If I feel like that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it when I'm too old. Don't feel like I'm trying to beg it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Bruv, you're too old is far away, bruv. Bro, you're 21?
Uh-huh.
Bro, you're too old that is, you're too old is far.
No, of course.
Trust me. Like, it is far. It's really important, yeah, that you, like, as best as you can with all of the shit that you got going on, to try and enjoy these type of moments and that, because time does definitely move quick in that. But yeah, like, yeah, you're that time is far away. Anglo-Saxon is probably my thing.
Yeah. Some people feel it still. Some people don't, some people do, but it's a good one, man. It's a good one.
Why don't they?
I don't know. You know what, though, the people that say that are just probably like some 12-year-olds or something.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it's no, that's a good one still. Anglo's cold. Blanco's cold as well.
Yeah, facts.
Blanco's cold.
I noticed as well that you put Fred on Avengers after it was already out though, right? Because what, you had it was just you and Popcorn, yeah? And then I see Fred is on it now with the album. And in my mind, I'm like, I know you two proper fuck with each other and that. Why? How comes you added him? Like, how comes you just didn't just do a fresh thing?
I don't know, you know. We've been in like studio a couple times. I don't like some of the songs that we've made a little bit. So, yeah. But he done his worst cold on this thing.
For real, for real.
So, yeah.
The Stormzy one's hitting as well.
Yeah. That's a big one. That one's playing everywhere.
I know what you was doing with that. That was, form, I want to get my man on the tune, whatever connect. I know the radio's going to fuck with this one and whatnot. You might as well just make a flipping ice cream for that as well, for true, bro. You might, like, what are you going to do?
I know, everyone was saying that though. It's mad. Bare people was actually saying that.
Did you make that song without the thought of trying to get, like, a certain type of merch for that?
He was in LA with one producer, and then he put the verse on it, but then he said he kept thinking of Cool Kid, do you know what I mean? So man's bucked him, he was saying he's got a tune, sent it over, I put something on it, then we linked up again, patterned it, and then but this was last year, do you know what I mean, before I went to jail. So we was looking at bare treatments, and I think at first, we were just saying flavor can mean anything. There's bare different flavors. There's food flavors, flavor ice cream, weed flavor. We didn't know what we was gonna do at first within the treatment, and then
different flavor, girl.
Yeah, then we put it down to ice cream. We put it down to ice cream. But I think at first we was gonna be in an ice cream van, and we was just gonna go around bare states giving out ice cream.
Yeah.
And then. You know, people just get more ideas and more ideas, and then it just come to being delivery man, delivering the ice cream, and it just played out sick.
Yeah.
Played out sick, man. But the whole build up to it was proper cold.
Yeah. I can see I see a lot of people doing these these TikToks and these little quick moments and thing on the gram and that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a good indication of when you start seeing things proper connect outside of just the normal world that you're in. I definitely feel like you took a risk with Cutie, but you always do that.
Yeah.
I feel like you always do that. I feel like you always have the super different kind of vibe in that project. Talk on that a bit.
Therefore, yeah, I don't want to be the same as everyone else, and I don't know. I don't want to be taken too seriously. Do you know what I mean? I don't, because some people, I don't know, feel like I'm not sociable enough, or do you know what I mean? So I'd rather just be friendly more with music. Yeah, I don't want to be this angry guy.
I hear that still.
Yeah, man.
So you say you make music, yeah? So you might make a one tune to loosen yourself up a little bit. You know what, I'm gonna loosen myself up, show people that, you know what, if you see me, you can say hello and all of that, providing that is, you understand what I'm saying, with the right energy.
No, defo that.
Because obviously don't run up on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's techie.
Yeah, that's still.
But yeah, man, I don't want to be the bad guy at the music thing.
Nah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? We'll leave that to whoever wants to be the bad guy.
Yeah. 2 a.m, yeah? When that came on, I was listening to 2 a.m, but I was doing some work. And then I've gone past 2 a.m, but then I've come back and I'm like, right, hold on 1 second. Wait, was that Loski? So I've gone back and I listened to it because I thought, I feel like I haven't heard you do that like that. So I went back to some of the older projects to see if I could find it. And I was like, nah, I feel like this is the first time I'm hearing you find this pocket and do that. Am I right in saying that?
No, definitely.
How did you get so comfortable to do that? That couldn't have just been a part of this whole, you know what, I want people to, you know what I mean, whatever. You must have been in a different type of vibe that day to do that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's hard. I only write in studio though.
Right.
So yeah, I must have just been feeling nice.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was there for a session with Mojam. They're mad dope. So I was just chilling with them, and was just vibes, and then yeah, I think they had the beat they made it on the spot or something.
Yeah.
And then we just got to it, bro.
Right.
Literally, like, yeah. But I wanted to try like different sounds. Do you know what I mean?
I proper rate that, bro. Honestly.
Like, same like when I done like Forest Gump. I don't know how. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't know how it's gonna play out, but
Yeah.
your ear can like sense something sick and not sick. So,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? And when I play it to my people, then they're like, yeah, cold.
Yeah.
So
I like that, and I noticed that because even with like, you did that on pretty much like something new.
yeah.
On your last project, yeah, and so like you could always see that you're someone who wants to experiment with stuff and not necessarily be tied to just doing or being put in a box or just do one thing. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Cause like I don't know as well, like sound changes fast. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be like versatile to just be in that bag. But you don't want to do it and seem like you're begging it. People will clock onto that one. Like if you're just leeching onto what's hot, like people can sense. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you see a lot of like even artists just friending with that person because they're hot, then friending with that person.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be that sort of person. I want to make sure people feel the music, but I want it to feel genuine. Not just I'm doing it because, I think that sells or that's what people... Obviously you do it because that's what people want to hear, but you want it to feel proper. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
The other powerful part on the project for me was hearing Akala's voice. Yeah, and whose idea was that? Did you hear that and know from before that you wanted to put that on there?
When we were speaking, like we didn't know at first. Like we was thinking of loads of people, of like who to break, because it was like I needed someone to explain it better than me, but understand me.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, even I was listening to George the Poet before. 'Cause I think he's like kind of sick, but didn't hit right like Akala. Do you know what I mean? And it's like he's been doing that. Do you know what I mean? That's like, it's not someone that like, man just got anyone to go and chat. Do you know what I mean? He's like, that's his thing. That's his pocket to reach out to people about the black community. So, yeah, and like, he can just, he's sick, innit? Like, I don't know, man, he's sick, so...
It's the way he articulates himself.
Yeah.
And the way that
like,
he like, is, you know, you get certain people who, they cut deep when they're talking. Sometimes like some people could talk and it's like you can go, and that's probably a bit like me. Sometimes when I'm talking I can go a bit around in circles or whatever. He talks with such conviction, yeah, but also with experience and understanding. And I think that is the thing that kind of that pierces through.
Therefore.
But the way that teed up the Black Boys thing, bro, I can't even, honestly, I almost smashed my laptop, bro. I almost smashed it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
When I heard the sample in the beginning, yeah, the Bashy Black Boys thing, I was like, no way, bro.
Yeah. No, that's...
Did you, because you'd said earlier as well, yeah, that like, when you was putting the project together, like you had this structure in like, obviously doing the drill thing, doing the radio sounding thing, whatever, but then also like making music that sort of bridges the gap a little bit with like older people who don't necessarily understand what it is that you do too much, yeah? Did you choose from before that sample? Did you go to somebody and ask them?
Yeah. Obviously, Naughty Boy made this the original beat.
Yeah.
So it was just easy to contact him. But it was my mum wanted me to do that song.
Right.
So like I remember when I was a little boy, I was probably like 7 or something.
You must have been a super young buck when that.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that?
Yeah, like that's. I remember when I was a little boy, it used to come on Channel U and that.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, Mom, my favorite song's on. I
Is
used to
it,
rap
yeah?
all the lyrics. You get, but like she she's loves my music because she's just mad proud of me. Do you know what I mean? And she knows like how I grow, so she proper loves my music. But she wanted me to like be more like show my vulnerable side more within my music. Do you know what I mean? And then she was like, oh, it would be a sick idea, like, if you can sample the Bashy Blackbird song. I was like, yeah. But at the time, I was just like, alright, mum, I hear you, innit? But, like, then I thought about it, I was like, it's a sick idea, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, just ran with it. Asked my man to sample it. But the original beat, the tempo is not far off 140,
Right.
which is drill, do you know what I mean? So, I could have used that exact same beat, do you know what I mean? But just added the new flavour to it.
Of course.
And yeah, like, just gave it what I can. Yeah.
Has it been difficult for you, bro, to like this time around show that vulnerability in your music? Honestly, like from a not maybe not externally, but internally, like, because you know I would assume that somebody of your age would still think a lot about, I don't want anyone to think that I'm not, or I don't want anyone to think that this.
Nah, you see that, like, I don't care about that, like, one bit. Whoever thinks I'm fake, real, or like, that don't really bother me because I know what I know.
Right.
I know about other people as well, so no one's really gonna tell me that. But like, I don't know, I think within myself, like, when you just hold so much things in, it's just good to let it out sometimes. And I don't know, I think music's a sick way to let it out. So I'm comfortable with letting it out on music than really like speaking to someone about how I'm feeling. So.
And again as well, the blinding by your lights with the streets and shit, yeah. Like, that was the next thing where I'm like, bro, what does Loski know about them tuning them?
Yeah.
What? Like, serious?
You know what's mad? I didn't even know that was the streets. Like, a lot of people around my age group will know it from kidulthood.
Yeah.
So like, that's why I was saying like, when I was first telling management, I was like, oh, I want to get that kidulthood song and sample it.
Oh, right.
They was like, so then when I sent it, there was like Mike Skinner. And then like, when I met Mike Skinner, I was like, shit, swear down, that's Mike Skinner. I didn't even know, like, I know that face. Like, that's just one of them faces you know growing up.
Yeah.
So then like, it was sick just meeting him and that he's a proper cool guy, man.
Yeah. I love the line that he says in there where he goes, he says people don't change, they just get exposed, but their surroundings change.
Yeah. You know, he's sick, man. He's another deep guy. But like that sample, that's like them two are like what I really hope like the older age group can understand me better and understand just my generation better. Through them songs.
Life is deep as well, yeah, is a sick way to end it. And I think as well, like, it shows how good you are. It shows two things actually, for me anyway. It shows how good you are at like your storytelling ability. Yeah. And also it sort of documents, even in the story, how a big madness can happen over just one thing.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel like that's the thing that people miss a lot, innit?
Yeah, in the hood, like, I swear down, we can leave this apartment today in the hood, go to the shop, and our lives change from there. Like, trust me, you turn the wrong left, your life can change from there. So
how do you get it back?
You don't get it back. Your life's changed. You're in the streets, that ain't changing. So that, like, you can't ever go back. You can try to change it going forward. Of course you can. No one knows what happens in the future, but you're still gonna have the weight, or whatever affected you still gonna stay affecting you. Like, I don't know, man. But that's
the trauma,
how it is. Yeah, like that don't stop. Do you know what I mean? when certain things happen, you just can't bring it back or change it. So you just adapt to it. Do you know what I mean? And learn from the mistake, learn from the loss that you took, whatever the loss was. Just learn from it and try to avoid that situation. That's the only thing. But until something happens, you can't change or even avoid it because it hasn't happened yet. When it does, you can learn to try to go another way about it. But yeah, it's mad.
When you said like, you started and you said like 03 summer, you would have been real young at that point, yeah?
Yeah, 13, I was what, 13?
Yeah.
13.
Have you, this seems like the most obvious answer, but I don't know if it necessarily is.
Yeah.
So I'm still gonna ask it anyway, yeah? But from that point then, like that 13 summer, have you seen a big change in yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
%1,000,000.
Not just from being like the 13-year-old kid, yeah? Because naturally, of course, like you grow, like your mentality changes very quickly for the average person or whatever, but you, like when you grow up in an environment where you're seeing a lot of adult stuff and having to become a person who isn't doing necessarily the things that most 13-year-olds would be doing at that period in time,
Yeah.
it kind of speeds up a little bit of the maturity.
100%.
You get what
Like,
I'm saying?
when I was 13, like, it didn't feel like I was 13 at all. Like, at all. It's like I went from 12 to 17. Like, it was weird, fam. Like, I don't know what it's like to be a normal 13-year-old, a normal 14-year-old, a normal 15-year-old. Like, I don't know about that at all. Like, from 15, I was just in jail, do you know what I mean? Like, when everything was going on from a teen, like, all my proper friends were still in school and that, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone was just, and then I just had to do whatever, so it's like, the innocent side, I don't know, man. It's, and it's jarring as well, do you know what I mean?
Why?
Like, it's just jarring, man. Like, you don't, it affects you, but like, same way it's made me who I am today. So, like, it worked out at the end, but like, yeah, man, it's annoying knowing that, like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I think like my life could have been a bit better if certain things didn't go on. Do you know what I mean? But then you can say that, but then nah, man.
Right.
In the hood's the hood. Because I got
Right.
brethren that went to school my whole, like, in my year that was going to school when I was doing whatever, and they're still out here doing fuckery.
You understand
So
what I'm saying?
it don't even matter, like, yeah, man. I'm just grateful for where I am right now.
Exactly, bro. And you know what it is as well, yeah? It's all well and good, like all of that, but we don't have extreme foresight. Like, we don't know necessarily. Yeah, we know that there's consequences to our actions. We know that, innit? Sometimes we might not necessarily know that to the extent when you're super young. But you know what? Like, when you're in a place and there's just things that are naturally happening around you, sometimes it's really difficult to not be around that. But if you what do they say? Like, one of the best things in life ultimately is just change behavior, innit? You can do certain things or whatnot, but if you then realize, all right, cool, this is holding me back and this is like maybe not be the right situation for me, or this, I need to stay away from this or whatever, yeah? Ultimately, that is the best thing that you can do because you're learning from the experiences and things that have happened. It gets a bit mad when after a while, you know what's obviously right from wrong, and you know the better decisions to make and how the better decisions can have a positive effect on your life, but then constantly, you know, throughout years, just choosing to just say, you know what, fuck that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do my thing. Do you have, like, because you was mentioned before, like, your mum, like, she likes the music that you make and all that type of stuff, and she obviously A&R'd the Black Boys thing. I'm gonna give her that. So she A&R'd that still, yeah. So honourable shout out to the A&R and all of that, but I have to give her that. Do you have a good relationship with your pops?
Yeah, Pops is calm. Pops is good, man. But like on my mum's side, it's just like I just got bare aunties. Like she's like one of, I think there's 6 of them or something like that. So it's like all aunties. So there was no one really like a big bro or big uncle, like you know, you phone your uncle if you're in something like.
Right.
I didn't have that, so it was like I just had like my mum and then my block.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. But yeah, like Pops is calm. Everyone's like, I don't know, if like you grow up with your mum, you're gonna be closer to your mum's side. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't blame her for nothing. Like how whatever was going on out there, because you can't save the child from what's out there. Like once they leave that door, you can't.
100%. Because you know, remember they say what a village raises a child, innit? So you can obviously at home, like parents can always just say the right shit, innit? But you know, we spend however many hours at home, but however many hours outside.
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
So yeah, man. It's like, and then jail, you don't have your mum or your dad, so like you're just by yourself, really.
I genuinely feel, that like you will be alright as long as you want it to be alright.
Therefore, man, therefore. But I just can't wait for next year, man, really. Like,
really? Why?
because by the time next year, like, I'm gonna be in better position, everything.
Yeah?
Trust me, I'm coming for all the rappers, cause it's
I hear that still.
But no, definitely, like, my work rate and that's just gonna go up. Everything's just gotta stay up, like,
Yeah.
no breaks. After this album, like,
You want to be able to touch the stage if
yeah,
possible.
bro,
And that.
literally.
Couple, I don't know if are you still, because I know you had a situation, galting and whatever, or you just,
Yeah.
is it just litness? Oh my God, being a 21-year-old right
It's
now, rapper, must be lit, bro.
Yeah,
What
nah.
the what?
It's peak.
Serious?
It's peak. Too peak. They need to chill out.
They need to
Chill out, my bro.
I can't even imagine, bro.
Nah. It's wild,
Are
man.
you enjoying that? Are you enjoying life, bro, like that?
Yeah, 100%. Like, you know what I mean? The guys and that, the man them love it. But I'm more chilled though, man. Like, y'all and that, obviously, they're around and that, they look good and that, I hear that. But like, I'm chilling.
Serious? We're not indulging a tiny bit? Like, just
like, obviously, like, they're putting pressure, innit? They're putting pressure on, man. That's what's going on out here.
I don't even know. At 20,
What?
I don't know how I would be able to, I don't know. I just don't even know.
Yeah.
I just don't even know, bro.
No, you see right now though, like 2020, I feel like gal are nastier than they've ever been.
Oh, bro.
Honestly.
Let me tell you. Do you know, I don't know.
Swear.
I don't know. Do you know what it is, I think that it's kind of been like that, but I feel like it's more, they're allowed to be more free and open with it now. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas before, people used to always like, when girls were like on stuff, certain type of men would always put that type of woman down.
Yeah.
Now that like some of these girls are being able to empower each other and being able to have conversations or whatever, and also being able to say, you know what, I like this. And not feel like that's an alien thing.
Yeah.
Now they're just out here just flexing, bro.
Yeah.
So you just, you know what I mean?
Hundo. And they're getting more clued up as well. Like, trust me.
Like,
Gal are more, they're bumping man now. Like,
Nah,
trust me. Dons are getting ripped. The gal them ain't stupid again. Like,
One thing you can't do, bro, I'll tell you now, if you're not in a relationship and that, is if you got someone around here, don't have things around, bro, because you'll wake up in the morning and the big watch is gone.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? What are you talking about? The big watch, the chain, all of that's out bro, you wake up, bro, and everything's gone. You just hear the door close.
Yeah.
And you go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then flipping, you wake back up properly again. And then, you understand what I'm saying? Now you've got to go back to A Jewelers again to go and spend 100 racks. You get what I'm saying? This time she's got 300 racks, bro.
Oh, man.
You have to be careful with that.
No, it's crazy out here. But no, man, everyone's having fun and enjoying their time. 2020's been fucked though, man.
It has, bro.
It's been fucked.
It has, man. It's been survival of the fittest, I think.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like it's been survival of the fittest. And if it's, I don't know, you talk on this, yeah? But for me, I'm like, this year has definitely been about adapting and trying to find ways to adapt.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, everyone's found a way to make it happen though. That's what's proper sick. That's what's proper sick. And it's weird though, man. It's like we're living a complete different way.
Trust me.
Like, what?
Think about like, well, I know you was inside last year, innit? But like, before you went inside, yeah, think about how just different things was then
No,
to
of course.
like how it is now.
It's mad though, yeah? Like, but you see going in jail, like, this isn't really lockdown like that to me. Like, mine is mad free.
I
So
hear
like, I
that.
just appreciate this so much more than like being banged up 23 hours of the day. Like, that's dead.
Yeah.
That's dead. So,
Yeah, bro. And you know what? On top of that, obviously you've been inside a few times in that year, but the last time going inside,
Burning. Burning, like, so I remember certain dates are happening and like I was listening to Reading and Leeds Festival on the radio, listening to the One Extra Festival and that on the radio, do you get? And I'm thinking like wireless, hearing it on the radio. These days are coming, bruv, I'm chatting to one youth at my window like, bro, you know I'm meant to be at this show, like, burning, like, I'm seeing certain dates in the summer, I'm on the yard chatting to man like, bro,
Right.
I'm not meant to be, I'm meant to be at this show,
Right.
show. Then I'm hearing bare man on the radio. I'm like, what? This guy's shelling it now. Like, there's people who was way behind me that they just pushed to the front of the line. Like,
Yeah, and these times everything
yeah.
stopped for you.
But it makes you way more hungry and like you know what you're fighting for. Do you know what I mean? Because some people have got nothing to fight for, so that's why they're robbed. Like, that's just what kept me going really, because I know like I'm not coming out to nothing. I'm coming out to work and be something. Do you know what I mean? So.
You said I ain't going back to Felts.
Yeah.
We say milk on the window, blue plates in the cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
Blue plates, dead milk. That's dead. I don't want to see blue plates again.
Yeah, I hear that, man.
That's
At these times you
dead.
can't. Are you doing the almond milk thing yet, or are you still on the cows thing?
Like, sometimes when I'm feeling bougie, I get on the almond pattern, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But like,
You're not ready
more
for that
time
yet?
I just get the average Joe.
What are you
The
talking about? Not the blue
milk.
top.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
blue
mad
top,
thing.
blue top, green top. It don't bother me.
I hear that still. I say that shit. I'm a hypocrite, bruv. I like ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Get
one
me.
ice cream I got at the yard. The vanilla thing. Oh, what's it called? It's the proper thing.
Do you know what it's called?
Something to do with C. Corvo.
Is it, yeah? What, it's a vanilla thing? Is it?
Yeah, it's sweet. I search it. You must come find it. It's like, I think it's the same company that made Magnum though. Or is Magnum its own company?
I don't know. What? It's an ice cream.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream.
And is it bougie?
Sweetest thing.
Vanilla. I'm not a bougie don too much like that. I know that's your thing. I see you flick like you get what I'm saying? Always 5 on the feet and that. I'm not today.
Nah,
But-
Jay's.
Yeah,
Just
Joe's today.
Jay's.
Vanilla ice cream and it's what? It begins with C.
Yeah.
Now, did you bust him on it?
You're
So did you-
so crazy to say you bossed me on it.
He said he
I
bossed you
walked,
on it.
Brother, what is going on? I walked
So what,
over.
now you didn't-
Bro,
okay.
I'm in the shopping.
Yeah.
I'm in Sainsbury's. I've walked over to the ice cream section. I said, "Rah, there's no strawberry cornettos." I've gone across, picked up vanilla. I said, "This is the sweet thing, I lie." Man's telling me, "Yeah, it's in my yard."
Okay.
So I gave the confirmation.
No, you did. That's what happened, you didn't bust him, but you did let him know.
But that's how it gets in the hood, though. That's
I
how the
hear
man
that
them
still.
move. That's what I'm saying. So now you owe a man something because he bust you on the ice cream. You know what I mean? That's how the hood goes, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
A man agrees
Now you
that the
gotta
ice
peel
cream's
him
good.
off.
Yeah, now you gotta peel
him
off.
off now. Yeah, you know.
It gets crazy, bro. The hood ain't right. It's crazy.
It's just funny though. You go into the shop now and it's
Yeah.
absolute. It's a monstrosity that they don't have the Ras Clark
Yeah.
Cornetto in the first place. That pisses me off. When I'm
Yeah.
going to the shop to go and get the one. How do you not have the main thing?
Yeah.
You get me?
I'm seeing mint, cornetto, every cornetto there except the strawberry one. Boy.
That is a monstrosity, blood.
Yeah, monstrosity, boy.
Yeah, you could use that one.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Hey, Loski,
That one
I appreciate
there.
you though, man. Like, serious, good luck with everything. Well done
Defo,
for having the album out and whatnot. We'll reason again sometime. I feel like we broke the ice now. We can reason
bro.
again at some point, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you need anything as well, man's here, man.
100%,
Yeah,
bro.
Loski, the
Big
check up, CALUM on the cam, yeah? If you're booking him, make sure you chat to him properly, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.